Hi, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
Hello and welcome to the BS Bros podcast. Now with video for those that can watch it. If you're not watching it, well, you gotta watch it on a different browser. Anyway, let's go through roll call. Starting off in the top left corner of the screen, we got Bobby.
What's up?
And in the dead center on the top row, we have Punkin.
Hey.
Hey.
In the top right, looking like he's about to come out of the blue corner and knock someone the fuck out, it's Isaiah.
What's up, y'all? How's it going?
On the left, in the middle row, the man, the myth. He interrupted podcast number 2 by jumping in on Joe's screen, but now he's at home. It's Joey.
Nice to be here. Joe's high five. High five. No, other side.
It's not working.
I'm in
The other
dummy.
side.
I'm in
other
the
side.
middle.
Wait. I'm on the other side of it.
You're gonna
You're
look real
stupid.
stupid on my side. I'm not gonna lie to you. Your hand is on. You're on the end, and your hand's on the edge. Like if I went like this, Joe's could high five me.
Middle for me,
No.
so I'm going this side.
That doesn't work for me.
Oh, that doesn't work.
Oh, that's so
You need
weird.
to-
Why is it doing
Both of
that?
you need to put it on the other side.
Anyway, the man that you
Both
just
of you
heard
need to put it
spoke-
on the other side.
Me?
Yes, both of you.
It
Do
doesn't
the
work
ups
like
and
that on
downs.
my end. It's gonna look stupid.
If it works for me, that's all that matters.
Okay. In the middle of your screen, he's already spoken. It's Joe's.
Hi.
Here.
I'm Kirby over here on the right side from my screen, and then in the
I'm playing
bottom, next to Craig, our lovely boy Craig, we have an injured person right now. But he's here, the edgelord himself, Terrell. How's it going?
You know, I can't hear J-Ray nor see him, so if he's asking me anything, I'm sorry. I won't hear anything at all.
I'll relay
No,
everything he says to you. Don't even
wait.
stress about it. We're good.
Wait, why?
I don't know. He doesn't know.
Damn, quality's
What have I
trash.
done?
It's audio
He
issues
doesn't
on
like
his
you.
end. We're not gonna stress about it. Anyway, welcome to episode number 3. Episode 1 has been released. It is on Spotify. It is on YouTube, and it is it should be on Apple by the time this. Yeah, by the time this podcast comes out. No, actually, as of right now, as of this recording, Apple Podcasts officially has the BS Bros podcast. We have undergone a name change. We are no longer
bleep
the
that
BS
out now.
Buddies. We are no
You gotta
longer the
bleep it
BS
out.
Buddies. We are the BS Bros podcast. Terrell, let's start with you real quick on this week. You're back from Salt Lake City, is that correct? Terrell?
I don't know if my mic's working. Yeah.
There you go.
It's working.
Yeah.
You're back from Salt Lake City.
Joe's.
How was oh
Joe's, I saw what you said.
how was the event, Terrell?
The event was pretty good. I became captain of the Four Corners Armored Combat team. Just a bunch of rookies that were put together from Texas, and 2 from Albuquerque and from Roswell.
Did you crush him?
He won 1 fight out of 9.
No,
But
never mind. Fuck.
the experience of being captain was great until I got hurt. For those that are wondering what happened, my rib out of place and popped it back in that same day. And
How
for
how
the
does one
tournament,
pop a rib out of place?
I broke my ribs back like 10 years ago.
And they just never reattach to the sternum? Or what?
It will never. Yeah, it will be attached.
Surprise
it's just mostly
guest.
on.
Oh.
Are you
Did
fucking
he,
Like-
did
kidding
he
me?
show up
Yeah.
finally?
Oh my God.
Very well.
But
For those who don't
going
know,
back
Josh
to my
walked
story,
in.
yeah, just
No,
got
no.
injured.
People
I
can
was
see who
wearing.
walked in. Thank you, Josh.
Pharrell, it sounds like you just need an ice pack and some ibuprofen, buddy.
Give
And
that
change
man
your
some new
socks.
socks.
Trust me.
I was literally about to say the same
when-
thing.
when I found out that, like, because we popped it back in that same day, and I was pissed because made some other rookie the captain, so I ended up joining a different team, and I fought with them throughout the rest of the tournament.
Weak.
So you're
Yeah,
a quitter.
So you're a
I
traitor.
didn't I didn't quit my team. I didn't betrayed my team. They let me go, so I decided to jump onto a better ship.
Unfaithful
me.
hose, you know what I
If you
mean?
don't want on a team because you think
He's
I'm
all
weak,
single
then I'll
man.
go on a team that thinks I'm better than them. And I ended up being my own team in that tournament.
Oh yeah.
I'd say you fought hard and brave, Terrell.
I mean, it's FitCon, so I got to see a bunch of pre-workouts, a bunch of protein,
There you
and a
go.
bunch of just know how to body build and
So a
enjoy
lot of
their
legal cocaine.
Yeah.
most likely.
Pharrell, how do you have the money to do all this and not to get a real good headset?
Because all this money goes into this.
Yeah. Instead of
Armor
buying an
Combat's an
expensive,
expensive hobby.
yeah, I was gonna say instead of spending all of his money on buying an expensive PC and shit that he can use to have, good camera quality like us, he spends it on the armor that he uses to then go back in. It's about the same price.
Man, he don't even need like a good PC. Just get something so we can like hear you better. You
Like a
can
gaming
okay.
laptop, my guy.
He did say before the podcast started that he needed to update his PC or his little computer he has, but it's going to take about 2 days to update. So
Apple
Why?
products.
Valid.
let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. He kind of jumped in. He jumped in mid recording.
Did not realize I was on mute. My
Yeah,
bad.
you've been on mute this whole time. What's up, Josh from In the Field? Correct?
In the field.
In the field.
You're working right now?
I am.
Joe's did say that before the podcast started. He was going to be at work tonight.
To be fair,
Oh,
I don't
Josh,
listen
I
to Joe's
swear
90%
I
of the
don't
time.
have drugs. Please don't cavity search me.
Oh, you deserve a full body search, monkey.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh, things are getting saucy.
Sounds
oh
minky.
man. It's making me steamy in this cold room right now, brother.
Making me
Oh,
blush.
shoot.
So how long do we have special guest Josh before he leaves?
That depends on what the crackheads want to do tonight.
Well, I'm doing some booking paperwork at the moment, so I'll be here for a little bit while I do my paperwork.
I can hear
Oh,
Right
it.
on.
take a rest.
Well, welcome into
All
the
right, boys.
podcast.
What's the move for tonight?
Did
All
you
right,
love-
I got a topic.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Yep.
It's gonna be bad.
It's something I want to add to Urban Dictionary.
Okay.
Okay.
And it specifically involves people like Isaiah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's called the New Mexican Rotary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whenever I
I'm
get
I'm gonna step out of this.
Whenever it gets submitted to Urban Dictionary, you'll need to look it up. I'll let you know. But Isaiah's hand, right, looks like this.
hmm
So
Isaiah,
what
you want to show
happens-
off your hand? Yeah.
What
there you go.
happens, right?
Throwing
Since
up
we're
gang
on video,
signs.
this is the perfect time to try it.
I
All
ain't
right.
doing it.
I'm Isaiah.
He's
I'm in
Isaiah.
front of
He is.
Isaiah. All right.
You
Gimp
are
hand
indeed
around
Isaiah.
me, other hand, right? I better move this before I break something,
Huh?
right? Goes like this.
The fuck?
And then if he gets spicy, he can go backwards.
If it gets spicy,
God.
go the other way.
New Mexican Rotary.
Was that a sex move or what is that?
Oh, dude! But it has to involve
100%.
people specifically like Isaiah.
Give
It's
me-
going to
For the platform.
Mention
Did this man just say pacifically?
specifically
Specifically,
people like Isaiah.
Yeah.
They have to have a hand like him.
For the people who can't see what he just did, I won't describe it to you. You're just gonna have to watch it. I don't.
Just watch
We
Scary
really
Movie.
don't know what he
You'll
did.
understand.
Yeah, that's.
So
fair.
he used his he got a strong hand out for all of y'all
Yeah,
that
take-
watched the original Beetlejuice.
Take
And then
these
he
strong hands.
windmilled his
Genius
other
idea,
hand.
and it's gonna catch on. New Mexican Rotary.
New Mexican Rotary.
It's gonna be
J-Ray,
so
we-
good.
And
I was actually meaning to get a hold of you, J-Ray. I learned something pretty interesting the other day. I know you were down here in New Mexico, come here to visit us last
Yes.
weekend.
Very surprisingly.
You hung out with us you hung out with me and Josh on a Saturday night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
Do you remember with the Rapid game that was going on in the background while we were hanging out?
There's a Rapids game in the background?
Yeah, remember? The penalty?
Oh, yeah.
Rafa scored the penalty?
Yeah. And he scored 2, then gave up an assist.
Do you know who the goalkeeper was for San Jose?
No, not a clue.
Former Colorado Rapids goalkeeper William Yarborough. Yarborough. Anyway, former Rapids keeper. Penalty obviously got converted against him. Fantastic news. Love to hear it. Always good to see former Rapids fall.
What do you got against the Rapids, my guy?
No.
former Rapids?
Here's what you need to understand.
No,
I love
nothing
the
about
Rapids.
them.
It's when players go on to new teams that I hope they fail because I want to see the Rapids win. I don't want to see other people get success.
So
What
you
if it's
just
not his fault and he left?
yeah. Well, if the team was like, man, we don't want you anymore, get bent.
Get bent.
I mean, listen, that's like Joe's. That's like you watching Dak Prescott or Tony Pollard or Ezekiel Elliott go on to another team and take them to the Super Bowl and win it with them, but they couldn't win it with your Dallas Cowboys.
Listen,
No, because that takes in a lot of
listen.
factors.
The Cowboys have not won a Super Bowl since way before Joe's was alive.
I
So
wasn't
he's
even
been
alive
his
when
whole
that
life being
I
disappointed.
don't think you're allowed
I
to
was,
talk.
I was 5 years late to their Super Bowl.
Hey,
I know they just
the
won it,
Broncos
but-
have gone to the Super Bowl and won since I've been alive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
Peyton
but
Manning.
you don't
I do
care
remember that.
much. I don't want to hear it from you. You can't talk trash if you're not a diehard fan. And as far as I understood, you aren't a diehard fan.
I just want to know why Bob wants to bring this up. Like, that has nothing to do with anything we're talking about.
Wait. Oh my god.
Nah, I just like
Terrell,
shitting on the
where did
Cowboys.
where did Terrell go?
Terrell
Terrell's
died.
gone.
All right, we have lost
Oh.
Terrell.
He has
Terrell
that
died.
Boingo Wi-Fi.
Only three
Get
of
him.
us understand.
He didn't
Oh, there
buy
he
the
is.
5G. He bought the 2.4G.
Dude, I gotta give him my Starlink. He might have better connection.
Joe's-
Wait a minute.
Josh
Wait a
got
minute.
Starlink?
Oh,
Hold
hey,
on.
yo.
Hold on. He looks clear.
Hey, yo.
He's looking
Where
clean
did he
Better?
down
go?
there.
What happened?
Crispy.
What happened? My phone charged.
Hey.
What do you want? I
That's the way
thought
to
you
do
were
it.
on your phone.
No, I was on my laptop.
Oh,
That
that's
was your
genius.
laptop? Oh my
Yeah.
Wait, I can use my phone?
So I switched over to my phone. So better quality for you
Oh,
guys.
goodness.
Holy shit.
Jeez, better quality, better pizza.
Wait,
Papa
I was
John's.
8 years old when I learned I could turn on my phone.
Oh man,
Oh,
John.
look at that man right there.
Look at that man in uniform.
Josh. Specifically tell me
I
your
was-
location right now.
I'm at the jail.
Oh God.
Hey, Josh. About like 9:40. Were you driving by my parents' house?
Maybe I arrested somebody in that area.
Ah, there's a
Crouch
truck.
Mesa?
There was a truck that looks just like yours that drove by me, and I was speeding really fast, and my radar detector went off, and I was like, and then I saw the truck, and I'm like, I hope that's Josh.
Were you in that shitty little white truck?
No, I was in the
That was just Ford Ranger.
I was in an F-150,
The Ford
dad's
Ranger
a 2018
without
F-150.
signals.
Your dad's truck, right?
No, that's gonna be it's someone's. We don't know whose it is yet.
It's a truck.
It's a new truck, but I'm driving it right
I
now.
don't want to really be that guy, but I'm watching everyone on camera and they're all acting all sort of normal, and then I look up at Isaiah and he's just like
He's just dead
Tweaking?
staring.
he's
That
dead
man might
staring
be
at
high.
whatever he's watching, bro. I don't know what
Oh.
he's playing right now, but
Playing Minecraft.
Rocket League, bro.
Oh, Rocket
I just
League.
realized
I could have taken that guess. Come on now.
for specific reasons, Corey has to edit up my uniform. Forgot about that. Just go ahead and.
Oh yeah. Just
Oh,
blow out
really?
his whole cam.
What's,
Great.
excuse me, officer. What's your
Jokes
badge
on
number?
everybody. I'm actually at my house. I'm not at work. I'm at my house.
Yeah, we probably just cut out the whole conversation.
I appreciate.
Might as
What
well.
conversation?
I appreciate the crazy amount of editing you guys are making me fucking do this week.
Yeah,
wanna
I'm
make it
not-
work?
I have Terrell leaving mid-recording. I have Josh joining mid-recording. I have Josh telling me I have to blur him out. Am I allowed to keep that conversation in?
You know what,
Just
Bob?
bleep
Say
out-
it. Say it,
Bleep
Bob.
out location.
Don't say no.
Oh, God.
Hey, wait. No. This is a serious question. Am I going to have to get rid of that conversation, Josh?
Which one?
Oh my god.
Whatever was just had. Or am I just going to have to
Anything
blur
that
out
your
your
face
camera?
was on.
Just the part where my video was showing.
Okay, so everything
Or
we
just
talked
blur
about
me
is
out.
fine.
Yeah, or just blur me out. I'm cool with
Okay, I will blur you out.
Hey, we should probably cut out the part where I told him I was speeding, because when I test next week, that might not be good if that gets out.
Oh, gosh.
Should we
it.
just start over?
Hypothetically, you may have been.
No.
And
we
you
might
know
as well
the
just
part where
start
he
over.
just
Oh
admitted
wait,
to it
I
again.
wish you were going 65.
Yeah, at this point we have to
was
start over.
going
My
50.
God.
Do I just start over and scrap everything we have up to this point?
No.
Probably.
How far,
You could probably piece together some stuff.
how far in are we?
I mean,
15
we could
minutes in?
we could restart a little bit where I could start off how I met you guys. I guess I don't know. I missed that part. I know for sure.
Yeah, no one cares about you, Jerry,
Yeah.
so
All right,
don't worry.
I'll be honest. I'm leaving everything in. I'm just gonna blur Josh out. Whatever else was said, whatever, so be it.
Just
Well,
when
Josh-
Josh
Josh-
speaks,
Josh,
it's just gonna be a
Josh,
beep
Josh,
noise.
Josh.
Yeah, bleep noises.
So when I don't have my job, I'm gonna blame Kirby.
Oh,
Josh.
gosh.
I wasn't speeding. You were.
I wasn't speeding.
Just kidding. He wasn't speeding.
By
All it is,
Going
all it
to
is
speed
for now
limit.
is hearsay and word of mouth. They have
I
no
was only
evidence.
going 10 over, but
That's true.
He was going 20 over.
Ah.
There
Why are
is
you
no
editing this shit? Are you
physical
fucking dumb?
evidence.
Like, are
you
you?
can't give me a ticket.
Dude
They
straight up
never
just
clocked me.
gave his own death
Never
sentence.
clocked me.
No, he was sprinting his mile.
news.
That's what he was doing. He was trying to get his
I was
mile.
running 20 miles per hour.
Yeah, 10 miles faster. 10 miles per hour
In
faster.
case you don't know,
He's-
Joe is
he's trying to get
Usain Bolt just
swole.
with Villatigo.
Yeah.
Just makes Usain Bolt look like he's standing still.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get this train wreck back on task here.
Right, it's never
story
been
for
on
you guys.
task.
Oh,
I've got
story time.
I've got a story.
Story time?
I kind of hinted at it to a couple of you that were in here when we all joined in earlier. But here we are.
Ooh, I like stories.
For the last 3 days, I have been working on my swamp cooler to get it ready to go, as it has hit 70 plus where we are.
It's only barely hit 70 plus where you're at? Damn.
For now, yeah.
Bob, nobody asked you, buddy.
It's been balmy 72 80s out here
Nobody cares about.
all year.
Anyway,
I've had work jackets.
so Wednesday, I got done early because I had someone go with me to help me run my route for the day. And I got done early, came home, and was like, you know what? I'm gonna set up the AC because my wife, now that she's done with tax season and stuff, she's got some time off, so she stays at home. And she had invited some of her tax friends to come over on Fridays to play some games. So I was like, well, I'd hate to have the house be super like hot and uncomfortable while they're
Sweaty.
here. So I was determined to do it on Thursday, which is my day off. But I decided Wednesday that I had enough energy to get up on the roof and get it done. So Wednesday,
Good for you.
I go to my parents and steal my dad's ladder because I don't have a ladder, which
And
is
other tools you need.
No, I have the tools. I just needed a ladder. Which trying to fit a ladder in my tiny little Nissan Sentra when I have a
How long is this ladder? Like an 8-footer?
like
Extendo?
it's extendo. So it'd go from 8 to 15.
So like an 8. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the issue I have, right? I have my passenger seat empty, and then I have 3 seats in the back. The 2 on the left side behind the driver can fold down, and then the one on the passenger side can fold down. My baby's car seat is anchored behind the passenger seat so that I can turn around and see the baby as a driver if I need to turn around and see her when it's just me.
As you know, good parents should.
Putting that thing in was a pain in the ass, and I have determined to never take it out. That's where my problem started.
God.
Wait, so the ladder is still in your car?
No, I got it out. Trying
Okay.
to fit an 8-foot ladder at an angle to where it would go to the passenger side, but also go across to the driver's side. It stuck out side of the trunk for like a foot, maybe not even a foot, like half a foot. I couldn't shut my trunk is the issue. So that was problem one.
Oh no!
I managed to get it in there. I wedged it in just enough, and I drove to my house. It was about 5 minutes away.
Josh pulled you over. You know.
No, Josh pulled me over. I got to my house, went to pull it out. Ladder wasn't coming out. I don't know how it got stuck. Ladder wasn't coming out. Finally, after about 10 minutes of trying to wiggle it out, I got it out. Put the ladder up, climbed up on the roof. The reason I had to climb up on the roof, you would think after being in this house for 2 years, I would have the damn measurement for the filter size so that I can go get the new filters on the panels to put them up there. I don't even know if it's called a filter. I don't remember what it's called. Aspen grass, something like that. I don't know.
Oh, don't use the Aspen. You use the big mat.
That blue pad?
Blue shit. Yeah, the blue
Yeah.
pad works so much better.
I was debating on it. I really was. I might do that for next year as I've already purchased it. And put it up.
The Aspen sometimes like it deteriorates over the summer or gets mold in it.
Oh, I change it out every year.
No, I mean like this summer it might get mold out or deteriorate.
Within the
Wow.
span of the months you're gonna use
Like
it.
within the span of the 3 months you're gonna be using that bitch.
Robert,
Yeah, like near the end,
that
you're
is
gonna
the
start
least of my
smelling it.
issues at this moment. Let me tell you.
Oh Jesus.
So anyway,
Oh no!
It gets
Wednesday,
worse.
right? I go up there, I measure everything. I'm like, all right, all I need to do is get new pads, vacuum it out, put it all in, put it back together, make sure it runs, get off the roof. That's the plan. Huh?
Sorry. Distracted.
Oh. Anyway. Measure it. I go to Lowe's. I'm searching for the 4 pads. Looking everywhere for them. They have the blue cooler pads that you're talking about, Bob. I saw them.
Yep.
I didn't know if they were going to work. I know the Aspen pads
work great.
work. So I was looking for the Aspen pads. I looked everywhere in that store. Now, here's a gripe I have. Lowe's, fix the numbers on your fucking aisles. I open the Lowe's app. I search for the Aspen pads. It tells me it's in aisle 23. Or aisle 22. Sorry, aisle 22. This is important. I'm looking around at the numbers up top. I see all the way near lumber. There's aisle 20, 21. I'm like, okay, 22 is going to be right on the other side. Nope, there's no 22 down there. And then I look to my right, and that's 53, 54. And I'm like, okay, so 22 must be back on the other side of the store. So I go all the way to the other side of the store where like the fridges and stuff are. And that's aisle 30. Where the hell's aisle
Wait,
22?
Did you say Lowe's?
Yeah.
I used to work at Lowe's. I could have told you where it's at.
Yeah.
Where's aisle 22 at, Josh?
Aisle 22 is to the right
Little
of the
Bay.
front entrance, Bob.
Yep.
Oh yeah. That's
As
the
soon as
fucking
you walk
seasonal
in-
area.
As soon as you walk in, it's on the right.
Yeah,
That's
it's seasonal.
where it's been.
No. Let me tell you why I was confused. Every other time I've gone to get the Aspen pads, they have been in aisle 30 right there where the blue evaporative cooler pads were. So I went over there to look at first. They weren't there. Anyway, I eventually find aisle 22. I eventually find the size I need. I buy it. I get out of there. I also find this little like cooling brick that's meant to like make my AC cooler. I don't know if it works or not. I bought it just to have it, and then I bought a spider snake little thing, like in case your spider gets clogged, you could stick. It's like a little snake.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I have one of those.
Yeah,
I
I
fix
bought one of
people's
those.
ACs out here.
So I get back home. I climb up on the roof. Keep in mind, by the time I get back to my house, it's about 5:30. Sun goes down about 7:30 to 8, depending on the day. So I got about 2 hours to figure this out. Keep in mind, my wife is inside taking care of a baby, so she can't really help me too much. But if she can do something inside, like turn on the water and stuff, she can do that pretty easily. So I go to the back, put my shop back up on the roof and stuff like that, make sure it's in an area that I can get to it and access it, all that stuff. I open everything up. I start plugging things in. I start cleaning things up. I take like a wire brush, scrub off all the dirt. Take my hose, clean it out. Take off the old aspen pads, put in the new ones. Put it all back together. And I tell my wife, all right, turn on the water. She turns on the water. Everything fills up. Test my pump. Make sure my spiders are running. Fantastic. Everything's good to go. Tell her to turn on high cool or the fan just to make sure the fan's running. Fan runs. Fantastic. Everything's great. Close it all up. Put everything in the bag. Climb off the roof. Put the ladder away. Done. I'm like, maybe I should take the ladder back to my parents tonight since I'm done. I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. They're already in bed. They have work the next day. They have school as well, stuff like that. I'll just do it tomorrow in the middle of the day. No big deal. As you guys know, we played games together Wednesday night, correct?
Most of us, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
Most of you guys.
At about 2 o'clock in the morning while we were playing games, I decided I needed to go to the bathroom. So I got up to go to the bathroom. And as I got up, I walked out of my... I'm in a closet at the moment. It doesn't look like a closet, but I walked out of the closet room that I'm in, passed by my laundry room, and all I hear is dripping. And I'm
Oh.
like, that's not good.
Random dripping is never a good.
Oh, yeah. So I thought maybe it's my washer. I turn on the laundry light to see what's going on. There is a drip coming from my ceiling.
Oh, that's your flow was
And
too
I
high,
know-
wasn't it?
And I know exactly what the problem is. So I turn off the water to the AC, and I put a little bowl underneath the drip. It collects a couple drops of water, not a lot of water. And then eventually it stops. So fast forward to Thursday, okay? I don't do anything the rest of the night. It's too dark to go outside and get up on the roof.
Yeah, it's
So I
hazardous
wait-
at that point.
I wait till the next day. I get up at about noon on Thursday, climb up on the roof. I go to look at what happened. I'm like, okay. It looks like the water rose too high, and it overflowed out the side of the.
The pan.
Yeah, well, it overflowed outside of the AC. Is essentially what happened. It just came down my roof.
Yeah. You
And I'm
set
like,
your
well-
float too high.
No, Bob. Let me explain everything, buddy. I will get to that. I promise. I'm looking at it and I'm like, there's an overflow spout for a reason. Okay, this overflow spout, if it gets too high, the water's supposed to go into the overflow spout, and it's supposed to stop it from doing this.
Mhm.
So I'm like
Yeah,
looking at the water level. I'm
Right.
looking at the overflow. I'm like, it's too fucking high. Like, what is going on here? So I take the overflow spout and I'm like, oh, it's an easy fix. I just cut the overflow spout down just a little bit. I measured it out so that the water would still be at the appropriate level, that the pump would still be able to take water in, but would also be at the appropriate level to if it was to overflow, it would go through the overflow valve and not out the side of the AC. So I cut it down, screw it back in, turn it all on, watch the float and everything, okay? And everything's working perfectly fine. The water stops when it's supposed to. Everything's fine. The float kind of is a little finicky. It's dripping a little bit. Like, it's not fully closed, so I'm like, well, maybe it'll be okay because the overflow's there. It'll drip just a little bit. But it'll be fine. The overflow should be able to counter that. No big deal. I get off the roof. I put the ladder away. I'm hanging out the rest of the day. And it's not till night that I'm getting ready to go to bed. And my wife goes out in the backyard to feed the dogs, and she noticed a giant wet puddle at the back door. My AC, when it overflowed, runs down the roof and drips over the back door. So as soon as she saw that, she called me. It had not gone into the roof like it did the first time, but it did still leak out the side. So I turned off the water again and said, fuck it, I will just deal with it today, which is Friday, as soon as I get off work. Today, I get up, I go to work. I am determined to just run through my day as fast as I can so that as soon as I get off, I can go back to my house, I can find out what the problem is, I can get this damn AC done. I am sick of it. This is day 3. It should not have taken 3 days to do. And all of these issues could have just been prevented if just one thing. In my head, I'm like, it's the float valve. It's got to be the float valve. It's not shutting properly, and it's just dripping constantly, and it is too much for the overflow drain. Whatever, no big deal. So I get off of work, I change clothes, I go to Lowe's, I buy a brand new float valve, and I climb up onto my roof. I am going to take out the old one. I take some tools up there, and I go to unscrew the old float valve. The issue is I don't know who installed this piece of shit float valve, but they super glued it to the metal.
What the heck?
So I'm trying to unscrew this bitch,
Wow.
and it's not coming off. It's not going.
They dicked you.
Yeah, they did. So I'm
Jeez.
like, can I bend this? Can I break it? Can I just get a way to take this thing off?
Oh.
No, Bob, absolutely not. So I'm thinking, how do I get this old one off? I thought maybe
That's
I
what
just... Well, where were you, Mr. Ideas, when I got to this point? Anyway.
5 pound
I was
sledgehammer.
probably sleeping,
Knock that bad boy out.
taking a
Anyway.
nap after work.
Anyway. I get to this point, and I'm just sitting up on the roof going, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to... Like, do I just drill a hole next to it and rip out what I can from the old one and just put a new hole next to it so I can just get this done and over with? And I'm like, no, I have drill bits. I will drill out the little lug nut on one side that's holding it in, and then that way I should just be able to break it off and then pull it out from the other side. I don't know. I don't have a plan at this point, I'll be honest with you. I'm just attempting to drill any way, shape, or form that's going to give me leverage so that I can turn this thing to get it out or just to break the seal that the super glue has made. Something, man. And I am drilling for an hour, and I get nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. And I'm like, what? I don't know what I'm going to do. And then I remember I have a Sawzall.
Oh,
And I
God.
remember-
So, in other words, Corey needs a new fucking AC unit.
In
No,
other words, my neighbors don't have mufflers or catalytic converters anymore.
I remember using a Sawzall to cut metal when I put it in Joseph's Joseph's water heater, and I said, I am going to use this Sawzall to cut it free. And boy, oh boy,
Goodness.
did I get the Sawzall? I got the blade, I looked at the side, and it said wood, and I go, no, it's not wood, but it'll work. And I put it on, I turned it on, I cut one side, I got about halfway through it, and it wouldn't work. And I said, oh shit, okay. And I pulled it out. It still ran, but it wouldn't go any further than halfway. So then I went, well, if I go from the other side, and I go halfway that way, then I could just like wiggle it until it breaks, and then eventually I should be able to get the rest of it out or whatever, or clean it up, whatever.
Yeah.
I get about a quarter of the way on the other side, and all of a sudden it breaks free. The Sawzall cut away enough of the super glue that it was able to break free and go back to its original state. I then was able to unscrew the nut. Original hole was saved. The old one came out. And then I looked at it, and I'm like staring at this thing, and I go, why is this green, and why do I have a blue one? I am now realizing... Bob?
I saw that too. And like, why did
Yeah,
there it is.
I have motion sensor lights in here, so they just, if I don't move for long enough, they just turn
They
off.
They just go away.
Okay, so looking at the old float valve and looking at the new one, I am now realizing that the genius that super glued this float valve into this AC unit used a heavy float valve, which requires more water to push it up so that it will shut off. When
Right.
it should have had a normal float valve that would have had the water level at a much lower level that was more manageable for it.
So the last person was a jackass, and
Oh yeah,
They didn't
absolutely.
know what they were
I don't
doing.
know who installed the last one, but they had no idea what the fuck they were doing, Bob.
probably your
I can tell you this.
last land lord.
No, it had to have been renters for sure. Whoever rented that.
100%.
That sounds like something
Yeah.
that they were just renting it.
The house
Like
that I'm in, last I heard, was owned by a lady who rented it out to people for years. This house is full of what is it?
DIY
called?
shit.
Landlord specials all over the place.
Oh,
Landlord
All over
specials
the
to
place.
cut corners and DIYs of people who I don't want to pay the landlord all this money to get fixed. I'm going to do it myself.
Bob,
Yup.
you
pretty
guys
sure-
keep this podcast running real quick. I am gonna go grab it to show you
God.
you what
Oh,
I had to
God.
go with through.
Oh,
I will be right
God.
back.
100%
running
thought he was
around.
going to say that he accidentally cut one of the struts on the
Oh
the
no.
AC unit.
Dude, that's what I was thinking.
I
He
figured-
says Sawzall. I was like, oh god.
Well, he said wood into throwing. He said he was going to use the wood sawzall blade to cut metal. I thought it exploded. That's the first thing I thought in my head.
Well,
Is like
he's
that
not.
thing-
We're not running this podcast from the ER, so
Yeah, so that's a good thing. It's like using chrome bolts on an actual gun instead of using the black ones. You use the chrome ones. I live dangerous.
listen.
Dude, I'm so not looking forward to having to get my AC working good, man. I got to get a new motor. I got to pull apart
Question:
the cage for the
Do
pads.
y'all
I gotta-
take your motor out every winter so it doesn't get fucked up when it's cold?
Not
Nope.
the motor,
Thing.
but the pump.
Nope.
Yeah,
Yeah, the pump.
yeah, the
Oh,
That's
pump.
what
yeah.
I meant. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Gotta be honest,
I
had my
also-
AC for a while now. Probably never even changed the filter in my swamp coolers.
You
my
should
God.
probably
gosh.
do that. Like your pads.
You are,
Completely forgot about it.
Josh. You probably got an
you
ecosystem.
probably need to go up there and do that, Josh. Like,
No, don't do that. It's a
Tomorrow.
whole terrarium
window
up there,
mounted.
brother.
Yeah, Terraria. You're gonna
window
open
wait, are
up
they
your
window
AC
mount
unit.
ACs?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Josh gonna open up
worse.
his AC unit and missiles are gonna fly at him.
Well, I don't want to do it because outside by my front, there was like 6 or 7 Black Widows, big motherfucking Black Widows. I'm like, nah, man, they're good. They're chilling.
I ain't dying today is what Josh said. I ain't dying today.
Black Widows won't kill you. It's just gonna hurt a lot. Like
So
a
here's-
lot.
So here's what I
You know
got.
what?
Hold on.
If you eat enough Black Widows, you'll become
Spider-Man.
You
impervious.
You
To their
become
poison.
Scarlett Johansson? Is that what you're telling me?
Ooh, you're not wrong. Be
Oh,
Black
man.
Widow.
Get some calcium cannons up in here, bro.
Yeah, as long as you're not allergic to bee sting.
Let's
you'll be
start
fine.
with the first thing that I cut
Well, not
into.
fine, but
I
you'll
was
live.
trying to drill into the side.
Who
of
had
the
a sword in the background? I heard that.
No, it was like a toy sword.
Hey, this is what I
What
cut
the
into.
heck?
Ching.
Dude, that's
Sorry,
a-
guys.
oh my
Armored
God,
That's
how's
corroded
that?
as fuck.
Do you
That
see
is
this
bad.
little silver shiny
Wow.
piece here? That's where I
Yeah.
was attempting to drill at the beginning. Do you see this little area right here by my
Oh,
fingertip?
you can see where he cut.
That's where the sawzall got through. That's about halfway down.
Oh, what the heck?
And then this is the nut that was on the other side that I attempted to drill through. I was able to get a tiny piece, but not enough to break it.
Oh, so it's like right on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you this: if you were using a metal blade, oh, it would cut through it like
Oh,
butter.
butter.
Yeah, like straight. Like
Butter.
whenever I had to cut off a bunch of bolts because I was replacing my transmission, or replacing the clutch, and I had to take off the transmission. So many busted bolts, so many different things that were just going wrong. End link seized, like nothing went right. I'm cutting bolts left and right.
Yeah, so I'm so, and then like I said, you can kind of see on the top it says heavy float valve on the little sticker.
Yeah, they had no clue what they were doing.
Absolutely not. And I'm very concerned because there's a lot of places here where like electrical stuff was covered up, and I'm very concerned to expose it and see that they didn't really do anything with the wires, just left them there uncapped or some shit.
Get an electrical rated fire extinguisher, my guy. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah. Well, I haven't really gotten to that point yet. But that's only, I hope, is the last episode in this saga, but it probably won't be. Knowing my luck, Joe's probably passed his curse on to me. So that's been 2 days of me dealing with the AC.
Be nice if someone took my curse.
I don't want it.
I don't think
I
anyone
don't want
wants it. I vote the one related to you gets it.
Yes.
You?
Chunky.
I'm not related to you, Punky.
Oh, he is. You
That
have the
we
same
know
last
of.
name. You are brothers, remember? You're his long lost brother?
Oh yeah.
I don't want it. This relative doesn't want it.
He'll rat you out right now. Where you at, Bob? We'll say where you are.
don't know where I'm
AC
at.
is gonna be one of them foam coolers full of ice with a fan blowing through it.
Hey, them bitches, hey, that works.
Yo, I haven't had an AC in 2 years. Like, I'm just chilling, dog.
In your
Once he
car
gets
or in your house?
AC.
In my house, Josh.
No wonder you're sitting naked in that seat.
Bro, he get up and his butt cheek stains are there.
Where are you going?
No, the chair gets up with him. It's stuck there. It's stuck to him.
Got it scraped off. Poor guy.
That's
Where
gnarly.
you heading?
You guys don't know what I've been through out here. I don't even have a heater anymore. Like,
Does your water work?
nope.
What do you mean?
Only not in half my house.
Yeah, but
I think
is your
you
water
should probably
still
get that
heated
looked
in the
at.
house in the half that works?
My water works in my bathroom.
Yeah, but
Is
the
that
question
all that
was,
matters?
Is that it?
heated?
That's it, Bob.
Bruh.
That's not the question I asked. Is the water heated? Yes or no?
Yeah.
All right, my job's done. That's all
Works. Your job is done. You did it. You did it
That's all
right.
needed.
It may not be working in half the house, but it's still hot.
Spider jockey.
Spiders.
Shout out to the guys that are filming a podcast while also playing Minecraft at the same time.
I can see
Hey,
them. I
Bob,
can see them chilling.
Bob is ADHD. Bob needs to do stuff while he talks.
That's fair.
Well,
Bob
I was
needs
gonna
doors.
bring this. I was gonna bring this up earlier. Whenever Terrell not broke his rib, but technically
Pop it out,
dislocated.
please.
Yeah, I'd never broken a bone before. I've never had a bone
Oh,
broken.
dude.
And now you jinxed it.
Yeah, you.
You know, I
jinxed
probably did.
it.
And it's gonna be something crazy like your L4 vertebrae or some shit.
And you know what?
Oh, that's already gone.
Your L4 for
Yeah, all that cartilage is
L4.
gone, my guy.
L4, L5, S1 are like done for.
That's one. What about S3?
I never passed that again.
Wait. Hold on. I actually do have a question. I have a question for Josh.
Yeah.
Okay. Josh.
Yeah.
We had this question episode 1, and you were the most picked, I think, by a lot of people. So the question now goes to you. If you had to pick someone to fight in the main event of a UFC fight card, who do you think would give you the most even fight?
From this group?
Yeah, like who do you think would be able to take you?
Let's see. I am 6'3", 230 pounds.
We're not 6'3". I'm just kidding.
You're like 5'2".
6'2" and a half.
I'm actually like 5'2". 6'4" with my boots on. Man. Let's see. If I fight Jerry, he's gonna die with a butter overdose. If I pick...
You just throw a stick of butter at me.
I think either
Stop
Bob or
making
Punky.
fun of me.
Let's go.
Bob or Punky? Really?
I was gonna say like a mixture
Bob?
between Josh.
Well, Bob's still in the Marines, and they know how to fight.
Yeah, but Bob hasn't done shit in like.
Bob doesn't know how to fight.
Bob fights.
Oh, Bob, you know.
I can
Then
say
again, I
this.
forgot Bob
Fuck
broke
you.
his back and he walks around like an old man now. My brother.
Bob knows
Listen.
how to eat. I can tell you that.
Hey. But at least I'm not addicted to butter like someone in this group.
Hey, don't joke on my butter. Even then, while I'm eating peanut butter.
Jar of peanut butter just sitting next to you? Are you kidding me?
Yes, and I have
Oh.
nuts. Yes, I have
Dude,
Oh,
nuts.
I
I
got some
also have
nuts
a
for
jar
you.
of peanut butter next to me. Twinsies.
And you know,
Oh
and
my
you know what?
god.
When the day, and I also have some tahini sitting next to me too.
You got that? Jesus
Just
fucking
chilling.
Christ.
Jerry,
But I
how
got
many
everything.
pallbearers do you plan to have at your funeral? Just a quick question.
At
Good
least
Jerry.
6 to carry
I was
me.
gonna
You're
say it better be
you're
more
gonna
than
need more
6.
than
All I
two,
know,
brother.
all I know is I want all of you to hold me so y'all can let me down one last time.
Bob said that last week.
Nah, I'm
Really?
gonna
He
drop
There
you.
you go.
Hashtag stolen joke.
Yes, right there. Add butter. Add butter.
Jared,
probably
what
gets
into
don't
that
you
and I
add
won't-
butter
like,
to?
I can't believe it's not
I
butter.
don't. That is a good question. I don't know what I don't add butter to. Maybe a burrito. How about? No, wait, no. I put
You're a
butter on the
crackhead.
tortilla so I could be able to make it crispier.
Yeah, you gotta fucking brown it.
Yeah. Okay. I have no idea what I don't put butter on.
A bowl of cereal.
That's a good question.
No, he puts rice.
Well, yeah, I'd say yeah.
Nope.
Jerry
I
treats
guarantee.
butter
Say-
like a Frank's hot sauce. He puts that shit on everything.
I put that on everything.
That's wild.
Bro, look
All
at
I know
James
is I
right now
want.
in
I,
his
lo- I
camera and
love
tell me
butter.
He doesn't look like Anakin marching into the temple to slay some younglings.
Oh God.
You put a hood on
I'd
him,
say
it's the same thing.
I was listening to episode 1 of you guys, and the whole time I kept thinking, it's like I think Josh and Punky would be a great fight.
I think so too.
I'll
I'd
take
say
Josh.
just an overall. I'd say overall good fight.
I want to fight Jerry for easy money.
You gotta throw butter at him.
Big boy
You
versus
said
big boy.
nah. You said
Sumo
no
style.
rules. You did say no rules. I'm taking an ear.
You just gonna? Are you gonna OJ? Are you gonna Mike Tyson his ass?
You know,
Yes.
OJ. Oh,
Yes.
OJ was on
I'm gonna
fire.
OJ. I'm gonna OJ him.
Bob's got OJ on the brain from last week.
Still can't
Oh,
believe
man.
that man died. I 100% thought he would admit that he killed somebody before he
Oh,
died.
we're gonna have to blur this out again. Damn it.
You have to blur this out.
I don't know. It was just a joke. I'm not editing shit. The only thing I'm gonna edit is Josh and his clothes.
Josh
do you
and
guys-
his Joshness.
I gotta say, like, do we all think that OJ did it?
Oh, 100%.
There ain't no
Up
way he
until
did.
a couple of weeks ago, I had no idea who the hell OJ was.
Because you're a
No, I
fucking
don't-
child, Punky.
It's
So
orange
I don't think
juice.
O.J.
It's orange
Simpson
juice.
did
OJ.
it. I think it
Oh,
was
Sunny
actually his son.
D.
Sunny D. Yeah, there we go, Punky. Sunny D.
I
That
do
man
wanna-
100% did it.
I do
He
wanna
was
say,
so
out of every
guilty.
His son did
episode of the podcast,
His son
I'm
did it.
glad, first of all, this is the first one that we have all 8 people here. But it's also kind of bizarre that Jerry's been here 1 episode total in his own house, and I believe he has said more words than Isaiah.
That's not hard to do, though.
Oh yeah, Isaiah
said
was
more than Craig.
unheard of.
Oh, Isaiah's muted.
No, he's
No,
Is he
not.
muted again?
No,
Oh.
he wasn't
Oh,
muted
He's
at
hella
all.
focused on Rocket League at the moment. Give him a second. He's got to go super
No.
sweaty.
I'm not playing anything. Just
Yeah,
chilling.
he'd go super sweaty when he's playing against us, but when
But
we
Clay,
need him,
I
Let
think
me
it's
look
the
in your
angle you have,
glasses,
bro, but
Isaiah.
your eyes fucking me up, bro.
Wait,
Isaiah's doing something. I know he is. Him and Joe's have like the same stare. Just
Oh my god.
Remember those old Flash games we played in high school?
Hey yo.
Oh, yo.
gosh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Did you find
I-
some?
I just looked up Armor games and they have a lot.
Hey, are the
What was that
Diamondbacks
game
good?
called?
Does anyone know?
Not.
man, don't say armor in front of Terrell, dude. That's like feet pics to him.
That's gonna get us our last 20 minutes of the podcast. What do you mean?
no, no.
Armor game. Hang on. Let me. Armored Games. Let's
I
take
know a
look
game
at
I
what they
always
got.
played in middle school was like the mini clip games.
Oh,
Those
mini
ones were
clip.
so much
Yeah,
fun.
mini
Oh, what was
clip,
that? Remember Raft Wars?
Right.
Yes,
dude,
Raft
yes.
Wars.
Yeah, Bob
Let's
Click
see what
That one. I always played Fancy Pants too. That one was
Fancy
such a.
Pants was fun.
That was
Or
such a.
Anyone
remember that stupid
remember?
game? This is the only level with that stupid little blue elephant.
I love that game.
And I only reason I
You know what?
thought of it was
Papa's
Right.
Freezeria.
Oh
Out
yeah,
of-
Popper's Freezeria, Pizzeria,
Hold on.
Shakeria.
Pokey's about to riff some of
Pancakeria.
Pancake.
Out
see what
of-
kind of shit we
out
got
of-
online
No.
these days.
So out of all like the old games we played as kids, what would you guys say is your favorite?
Super
Like,
Mario
you could
Sunshine.
Go back.
Battlefront 2.
Okay.
Wait, are we talking? Hang on,
Like
Flash
old school,
game
like-
or like console
Wait, like
game?
Any.
Flash game or
Well,
console?
let's go console first.
Oh, I was just gonna say anything. I don't have like a
Well-
whole Flash game.
I would say I loved like Super Mario Sunshine a lot, but I failed a year of high school for Black Ops 3, so I have to say that one. As it was stated that I had to stay a fifth year because, man, I never went to school. I would just
yeah, honestly,
play.
I thought you
I
died.
would just play. I would just play online all day, playing chows, trying to get better, trying to join a team. Never happened.
See, my
Failed for
thing-
nothing.
How did your parents not like get pissed at you for
I
that?
didn't give a fuck.
Because I made a little bit of money with it.
Oh, very well.
That's
Sure.
the only
Did you
reason why.
He'd play
Yeah, I actually
tourneys
did
during
make-
the day and he wouldn't invite
I
us,
played
Josh, 'cause he
tourneys.
didn't think we were good enough.
I would play tourneys during the day. I would play eights. I would play chows. I would play with different random
He
people.
refused
I
to
played.
play with us in them because he didn't think we were good enough to win, Josh.
On Black Ops 3, I remember that. Never fucking saw him, but he was there.
All right. So Isaiah, what
So-
about you?
There's a
Oh,
Raft Wars
man.
2 apparently.
Where do I
I
start?
gotta try that one out.
I'm
There's
currently
this
playing it.
One Thrillville. I'd have to say Thrillville. I put so many hours into that game when I was younger.
I think for me, it's a battle either between Sly Cooper or Psychonauts.
I would have to say Call of Duty 3, like OG 3.
Oh, the OG Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
And I'm gonna go out on a whim and say Terrell's is like the first Sims game.
No.
Damn, why are you disrespecting him like that?
Never touched Sims and never will.
I think it's
Um,
Oh, go ahead.
mine was Spider-Man 2, the Activision one,
Oh.
on the GameCube.
I remember
Oh,
I remember watching that, trying to go back to the gameplay. Those graphics are awful.
Dude,
I remember it
I-
so vividly. Like it was good.
I
And
remember
see,
on
like-
the GameCube, I played a game. It was Crash Tag Team Racing, and
Ooh.
dude,
Dude, I
that
fucking
game-
love that game.
Double Dash as
that
well.
game was the shit.
Oh my god.
And I remember hitting that age where I realized there was like a storyline to it. You can unlock more characters. Because when I first got it, I was just this
no.
little shit just running these races. And I remember unlocking every single like area of the carnival or whatever you were in. And I would always go to that one that was like space and like those dudes with the gas mask that look like an elephant. You could do like an event that would like suck them into like outer space or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember so vividly when I first unlocked Crash and not Crash, Crush and Coco. Like I thought I was like the best player in this. Like I was like, if I could do this online, unstoppable.
Punky, you just reminded me of something. I don't know why it brought it to me, but growing up as like a little kid, and my parents knew nothing about Grand Theft Auto. First
Is
thing
it?
I
Okay.
ever did.
Okay, pause. So like
Pause.
Grand Theft Auto, you know like the loading screen on 5?
Yes.
It was always just the chick with the tits whenever your parents would walk in if
Yes.
it was loading
100%. They're like, what are
every
you
single
doing?
time.
Nothing.
tits.
Nothing, Mom. I'm not doing anything. Like every single time. But also, it also didn't help that until GTA 4, my mom didn't know there were strip clubs in there until she caught me one day. I can tell you this.
Oh, no.
I in Vice City, San Andreas, GTA 4, I know where every single one is.
J-Ray, you dirty dog.
J-Ray loads in. That's the first place he goes.
That's where I'm going.
He wants to see the video game honkers, bro.
How much video game money did you spend?
Tons. I remember
How
I
much
ran
actual
out of money.
did you?
I remember I ran out of money, and I would go to like the Liberty Island where the statue was, and just start stabbing people for money. Get more to go throw. Because when you die with the money, you keep it. So I'd get like $5,000, and I'm like, okay, go throw it.
Someone is typing. Like,
It's Josh typing.
Josh is
He's
typing.
typing his
up the-
report.
Josh Jipe, he's
Them
putting in his
cases.
report to put us all in jail.
Nah.
Yeah, Jerry's talking about going to the statue and stabbing people for money.
This is all on his body cam.
Statute of limitations have run out for him now.
Oh,
That's good.
This is all on the body cam. He's got us cooked.
busted. Oh, dang.
I'm glad there's 8 of us here today. I'm actually really excited about that. It's great. Oh my gosh, Josh joined 7 minutes in. That's going to be a fucking nightmare to have to edit. Thanks, Josh. Really appreciate you putting me to work this week. Really.
Gotta be here for the fam, man.
Okay, so I brought this up to my coworkers.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I think it's kind of interesting, all right? It's the theory of infinite probability.
Oh my.
Right?
Ooh.
Yeah,
God.
according to this,
God.
Isaiah knows it. I told him already.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, he's your coworker.
according to this theory, there is a chance, and I just want y'all's input on this,
Oh
or
my
if you have
God.
anything to add to it or whatever. But there is a chance that when you wash and dry your clothes, when you open that door, your clothes will be folded.
Eventually, yeah.
Yep.
I hope to-
Like
According
all of
to
them, or
keep
at
trying
least
it.
one item.
All of them. Your
That's a
clothes
very-
will be folded. It's just according to the theory that
There's a
when you
probability
open
that it could
that dryer
happen.
door, that your clothes could be folded.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna lie, every time I open my dryer, I do it like real slow, just to like just to
see, just
see.
check.
One of
And
these
it-
days, it's just gonna be perfectly folded.
It's gonna be like
And
the
then we're gonna
THX
get a
sounds you
picture.
hear like before a movie where it's like.
Yeah.
Nah, you unlock the Xbox achievement.
You unlock the achievement before you finish opening the door. That would suck. What a ruin.
Man, do you guys remember like when the big updates started coming out for like games like Minecraft, right? That would have like the big bonus achievements. And
Remember
I
whenever,
very
Minecraft
vividly,
didn't
I'd
have
be
beds?
freaking, I'd be like rowing around in a boat, right? And I would come across like an underwater temple or some shit. Now, first
Yeah.
off, the thing where the guardian pops up in your face and makes that loud noise scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I would pass it, and maybe like a minute or so, I'd pass this thing, and then that loud notification for that freaking bonus achievement would happen. Scare the shit out of me twice. Without fail. Every single time. Doesn't matter if I loaded a new world or if I was in the same world and then I was digging or some shit. Big achievement happens, scare the shit out of me. No matter what. And it didn't
Fucking,
help either that I would crank my headset up. Probably why I got bad hearing, honestly.
Hey, Corey.
Yo.
Remember playing Minecraft before
Before it was cool.
they had? Well, no, before they had beds.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
That was
I remember
that was a
growing
minute
up,
ago.
the first time I was ever introduced to that game, it was actually Josiah that showed it to me. We were at one of my brother's baseball games in Durango, and Isaiah pulls it up on his phone. And it was you had like a 16 by 16 world with like a single tree and like 4 items. I thought it was the greatest game on the planet.
It's a fun game. That's why we return to it every single year for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah, till the next Call of Duty comes out. Like we're at that point that we're
No,
like
well,
I,
usually-
I don't even have
enshrouded
Call of Duty
Minecraft.
fucking downloaded, man.
Usually, this Call of Duty lasts a little longer into the season. It's not till like maybe July that we get into Minecraft.
Yeah.
We started a little
It's
early
like-
this year.
I think we're a little
Are they
bit early
making
this
a
year.
Call
It
of Duty?
feels stale. It feels stale this year. But next one's gonna be Call of Duty Gulf War.
That one will be kind
Do
of
we-
cool.
do
That
get
one, that
jetpack?
one should be.
This one could have been
No,
a DLC to Modern Warfare 2. Let's be honest.
100%. It should have just
Like
been
it was the storyline was originally planned to just be DLC, and then they just said, "Fuck it, let's scam 70 some bucks
Can I
out of
get
people."
that face one more time from Bob?
There's
Fantastic.
the thumbnail.
There's a thumbnail. There we go.
I'll make sure it's Alpha.
That's gonna be the logo now.
Thumbnail is gonna be Josh in uniform,
Oh no!
Oh no!
but it'll be blurred
Throw it
out
in
in the
there.
episode.
Just his patches and his badge will be blurred out.
Josh, what would it take for me to get a patch from you to hang on my wall?
You don't have
Oh,
to
I
go
can
there.
give one to you.
Dude, I have so many patches on my wall, and I actually asked a cop one time, I'm like, what would it take for me to get my hands on a patch? And he's like, why? And I'm like, whoa, first off, like, I'm not trying to be one of you. Like, I've
I
already
pay
done
my
that.
taxes,
Yeah.
officer. So your gun is
Right?
technically mine.
Joke's on you. I pay my own taxes.
And I was like, dude, I got a wall full of patches of my time in the military. I just want to keep adding to it. He was like, you're never gonna get one. I'm like, well, ouch for one.
Right.
Man,
that
that
kinda
sounds like
hurt.
that was. What was that Aztec
Personal.
PD?
Yeah, it was Aztec PD.
Oh, that's the PD.
Well, that's
I wouldn't
your
have. I
problem
wouldn't
right
have
there.
asked Aztec.
I wouldn't have asked
Never.
Aztec. Aztec's a bunch of
it
dickheads.
was
Everyone
it
who
was
lives there too.
situational. They were I ran into
no.
them because it was situational.
Bob, what did you do?
What
Wait, what did
happened?
you say?
No one heard me.
No one go back. No one, no. Shh, we're moving on. To the end of the podcast. Congratulations, you've made it through episode 3 of the not BS Buddies, the BS Bros podcast. We didn't really talk about why the name
I feel like
changed,
that was a
but
jumbled mess.
Yeah, well, I feel like we should talk about the name change before we dipski.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
fine.
we changed our name.
It
Well,
was
yeah,
brought
the name change came from because I remember when I was looking on YouTube for us, there was another group, same name, same podcast, and they're clearly a lot farther ahead than we are.
So we can't really sue for ownership.
No, and
wouldn't-
honestly, why cause a hassle over it? Because obviously, if they see we're trying to do the same thing, same name, they might think that it's intrusive. But the name change, I feel like, is just like an easy way to just keep two entities like clashing heads.
Absolutely. I think Punky, you hit the nail on the head. Exactly. We want to start something fresh and new. We don't want to be the ones to ride on somebody else's coattails. And I absolutely don't want, if this is to go on and become a successful podcaster, if something is to happen and we make something of this.
Someone being like, "Hey, you stole our fucking idea," or you tried
Exactly,
stealing
for
it.
there to be something in the future. So we looked into the name change. We did a vote, which you guys, come on, man. There's 8 of you.
Okay.
I
It doesn't
need-
help when you put all 4 of the images together and
All
you
I
say
said was
react to
react to
them.
one of them.
I did. I reacted to it, and it didn't. It just probably
It
just put
reacted
it
to
that I
all of
reacted.
them.
Anyway, the new name the name has been officially changed on all platforms. The new logo is now out. Everything should be fixed as it is. I've changed the name of the first episode. However, it will still say the BS Buddies podcast if you look at the logo in the background for that episode.
And in the intro
episode
as
2
well.
will have the new updated logo. Episode 3 you will have video, unless you're watching it on, I believe, Apple Podcasts. I don't know if Apple Podcasts has video. I think Spotify does, and I think YouTube does. If you
Does Spotify?
Spotify has video. Ooh, wait a minute. Spotify might not have video until you hit a certain amount of viewers.
Oof.
We'll see. We'll give it a shot. If you can't watch it on Spotify, you can absolutely watch it on YouTube. If you don't want to watch it on YouTube, well, you're going to miss out on a lot of our visual gags. We're going to try not to make it a visual show, but I think it's a little more fun when and a little bit more engaging as an audience to watch when you can see who we are, who is talking and when, and what we're doing, compared to just staring at a logo the entire time. So we're going to give this a shot for a little bit and see how this runs. If it runs great, we'll continue to do what we need to do. I think this was the worst episode we could have done it for. We had people joining mid-episode, people leaving in the middle of the episode. Now I have to blur somebody in the middle of the episode. It was a nightmare.
Hey, you guys wanted better quality and better sound, so I decided to dip out and get something
Hey,
better.
I'll tell you what. From my point of view, Terrell, that was a team player move, brother.
There you go.
There we go.
So we'll go from there and we'll figure out what needs to be done. I will do the edits and I will make sure that episode 3
Dude,
comes out.
Joe's, how much have you said this whole fucking time?
He's probably said just as much with.
I'm pretty sure Isaiah spoke more than you this time.
No. He essentially incriminated himself by saying he was speeding, and then
And he's trying to make it so that everyone forgot.
I'm a head out.
We're gonna slowly get out of here.
Anyway,
That's about the only time I talked today.
as we're closing out the podcast, I'm gonna go ahead and give everyone about a minute to say whatever they want to say. Starting with on my side, top left corner, Bob. Bob, please don't get
Come back to me. Let me think on that.
All right, let's go over to the next guy, Punky. 1 minute to say whatever you want to say. Go ahead.
Hey, man, I just want this podcast to be something real cool for us all.
There you go.
Honestly, because I listen to a ton of podcasts, and just that the fun that I see these people have, like I just kind of want that vibe for this podcast. That's gonna be huge, and if we can start figuring out, like if this thing starts to kick off, what we can do to like actually do a podcast where we're all in like the same room, that'll be awesome. I'm all about this kind of just interaction with one another. Because let's face it, whenever we interact with each other, we're usually yelling at each other on games.
Basically.
We're also usually saying some heinous ass
For
shit.
real, oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
But honestly, just kind of having this change of pace for our group, I think it's really, really good, and I think it's super awesome.
Fantastic. I love to hear that from you. I also, if you listen to episode 1, I feel like that was a complete jumbled mess. Jerry said this one seemed like a jumbled mess. This one didn't seem like it was that big of a jumbled mess, but it definitely seems like we're getting a little bit more into the swing of things. So that's great. Appreciate the kind words. Let's move over to Isaiah. Man, a few words. 1 minute to say whatever you want to say. Go ahead, buddy.
I got 1 minute to say whatever I want to say. All right, let's see. What do I want to say for 1 minute that could be said for said 60 seconds?
You're at about 30 seconds left, Isaiah.
Oh boy, let's see. What can I say about 30 seconds left to go? What I want to say
If
is,
you don't want
yeah,
to say
by the
anything,
time.
you don't have to say anything. You could just.
Hey, this is
My bad. Go
minute.
ahead. Go ahead.
My goodness.
That's
Anyway,
his minute.
No, like Punky was saying, I do want this to actually be something to basically have an excuse just to hang out with y'all. That's it.
Aw.
Let's move over to the man who's here for his first full episode.
Josh.
Butter boy himself, John. John wasn't here.
I am a man of butter, and I'm smooth as butter, is what I will say. But for my minute, I'm on X ITZ_JWAY. I post nothing but memes and Call of Duty because I don't know what else to do with my life right now.
Except jive.
Fantastic.
But I mean, I'm not done yet.
I was just saying fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah!
They say I'm done.
Dang. Cuts
ahead.
everyone.
They
Oh,
try to
I'm
cut
kidding,
me
no.
off. I'm like, this is my time. But I mean, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I mean, if we can get some more topics, if we can get some more feedback, something that can really get us like on a good road. We have fun no matter what, and we love to just hassle each other the whole time. And I mean, episode 1, I just loved it the whole time. I'm riding through the mountains, getting back home. Y'all kept me awake because that was pure fun just to listen to.
Hold on. You said you were riding through the mountains?
Yes.
Like, through a secret tunnel?
No. Yes, I was. There was a big tunnel.
Secret
Super
tunnel.
Secret
Secret
tunnel through the
Through the
mountain.
mountain. Secret,
Secret
secret
tunnel.
tunnel.
Man.
Jared, do you want to shout anything else out? Your Twitch, anything else like that?
One word of advice. There's one word of advice, real quick. You don't hurt them if you don't hit them. R.I.P. Chesty, wherever you are.
What the heck?
Raw?
All right,
Raw?
my man.
We're gonna have to get rid of him for that one. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I can let that one air. A lot of abuse calls from that. Moving over to the next man. Man of even fewer words, Joe's. 1 minute to say whatever you feel like saying.
That's a fantastic thing. I don't. Yeah.
Magical
All right.
words.
Anything else
I'm
you want to say?
addicted to Fortnite right now.
Oh, boy.
Hi, I'm Joe's, and I'm addicted to Fortnite. Hi,
Every
Joe's.
chance I can get in, I
Hi,
play it.
Joes.
I just love it so much right now.
Fortnite, my guy.
I have Avatar
Fortnite
State
Battle Pass?
thing. I'm just grinding.
Kinky.
Love to hear it from the man. We're gonna move over to the next guy. He made me blur out his uniform. Josh. Feel like saying?
Like I said, man, it's just a costume. I'm at home 100% of the time.
Just-
Since the entire podcast.
That's right. That's right. He was.
Bob
he's
celebrates
been at home.
Halloween 365 days a year, baby.
Bob? Bob?
Oh, not Bob,
doesn't.
Josh. Fuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bob.
Bob celebrates Halloween.
Yeah, Bob does too. He wears a goofy looking uniform.
Hey, you take that back.
Anything else you want to say, Josh?
Hey, at least we don't wear pink.
Yeah, them old pink and greens.
Hey, it's Josh's turn to speak. Josh, floor's yours.
No.
No, you're good. All right.
Sorry. What? Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to say anything else, or are you done?
No, I'm just having a blast with this podcast.
Fantastic. All right.
Having a blad with
Rhymes.
pause.
We're going to Terrell. 1 minute to say whatever you feel like saying.
I just really like hanging out with you guys. I barely hang out with you guys anyway. I mean, this podcast really
Scrub.
kind of opened up I guess a new doorway, I guess. And obviously I'm a nerd for anyone that's listening to this podcast or listen to episode 1. Yeah, I do travel because of Armored Combat. I do all this stuff, but having the fact that you guys have my back and I'll have your guys' back, and the fact that we have this podcast together, it's amazing. I've already showed friends the first episode, and they already think that we're just a bunch of good friends who just like to goof off. So, got a couple fans out there already. So, yeah. Other than that, it's nice seeing everyone, and I kind of agree with Punky. Hopefully, one day we actually have like a I guess you could say like a war room where we're just together in each other's faces and like record podcasts from there. And that's my minute because I actually timed myself.
And there was a man who decided to pass earlier, but we're going back to him, Bob Berto.
So I just use this as an excuse to hang out with y'all. Hang out with the boys from home because, I'm in a different state. So I don't get to see y'all every day or whenever the fuck I feel like. So yeah, I just want to have fun with the boys. Talk shit,
Bob, I was going to ask you. Sorry to interrupt you guys real quick. Does your whole family work at the dry cleaners?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
everyone that's back home does. My mom owns it. My dad fixes whatever the fuck breaks, and my sister works there because she can't seem to find a job to save her fucking life.
Okay, I thought that was your sister.
Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah.
Does your mom do tuxedos?
Yes, she does.
Oh, sweet. Okay. How much?
She'll probably give you a very good price since she knows you're one of my friends.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
You think she'll give me a discount because I clotheslined you?
That might not work in your favor.
I'm gonna be honest. Every time
just-
I see you, Bob, I feel so bad about that.
Just for everyone's so everyone knows. my first like memorable interaction with Jerry. I can't remember what I was doing.
It was my
Elementary
second day of
school.
school too. It was second day of
I was
school.
running around like the line. We're outside waiting in line to go inside because that's how our school did it. Running around like the tiny crackhead I was. Man sticks his arms out, clotheslines me. Cartoon image of just me, legs up in the air, down.
This is the thing too. I didn't just stick my arm out. I like rammed into you. Like, it was bad. I'm surprised you got up from that. I don't even know why I did it too. This is the thing. Like the tiny
Yeah,
crackhead
asshole.
in me is I gotta hurt that guy.
Boys, I hate to interrupt, but we really do got to shut this thing down. It's been about an hour and 20 minutes. We need to call it before we
Okay.
go into 2 hour mark.
Before we shut down, just because we have 4 people that A, either did or B, are still currently serving in one way, shape, or form, want to give a shout out to Josh, J-Ray, Bobbert. I feel like these people don't get enough love. And y'all did a lot. And Bob is still doing a lot. Josh is still doing a lot. And while you guys are still doing your thing, just be safe out there, please.
I make no promises.
Alrighty, and with that being said, it is time to wind down the podcast. Thank you so much for coming out to episode 3.
Leaving words. Marine Corps is better than everyone else. Fuck y'all.
Fantastic. Thank you all for coming to listen to episode number 3 of the BS Bros podcast. That's going to take a little bit to get me used to saying. Whether you've been a fan since episode 1 or this is your first time listening, we appreciate you coming out. If you want to follow us on Twitter or X, whatever you prefer to call it, I prefer to call it Twitter. You can follow us at the BS Bros Pod, at BS Bros Pod on X. And if you want to follow anybody else that's on there, you can check who they're following, and you'll find the rest of the guys that are on X. I think the only 2 that aren't on there are Terrell and Bob. They might make some in the future. They might not. They probably don't give a
Probably
shit.
not.
But
So maybe.
you can follow Joe's. You can follow Isaiah. Punky's on there, but he doesn't post very much, so don't expect anything from his X account.
I'll change up a little bit.
Josh is on there, but he just reposts things that me and Joe's post. And then you can find me, obviously, as well. Other than that, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple and you can't see the video, it's on YouTube. I don't know the YouTube channel name right now, so I'll look that up real quickly in hopes that I could stall just long enough to pull it up real fast. Nope, just kidding. It's not.
Well, Corey, while we are waiting, how do we find ourselves on X again?
What do you mean?
Don't we have a Twitter, BS Bros Twitter? Did we ever make
we?
that?
Yeah, I said that already.
Yeah, remember
it's at BS Bros Pod.
Oh, very well.
at BS Bros Pod.
Yeah, at BS Bros Pod. They followed you, by the way, on X. So if you just look at your notifications, you will see that account followed you. So you should just be able to follow it back, Jerry.
Terrell, what the fuck was that?
Anyway,
I saw that.
If you want to check out the video version, you'll find it on YouTube at the BS Bros podcast on YouTube, youtube.com/at or youtube.com/the BS Bros podcast. Otherwise, just look up the BS Bros podcast. It's not Bro Versus, it's the other one. Until we get more subscribers than them, we will be second to them. Aside from that, I want to thank all 8 guys for being here for this recording, even though some people joined late and fucked it up and gave me a little bit more work to do. But that's okay. I almost said it's worth it, but it might not be. We don't know yet. I enjoy spending every minute with these gentlemen, even if some of them don't talk during the podcast. That's okay. Just getting to know that they're there paying attention, even if they're not paying attention. Just knowing they're there is good enough for me. Aside from that, I've been your host, Kirby, the 4-time fantasy champion. That's right. We won number 3 and 4 this last week. It's official.
Rigged.
4-time. Super excited for next season already. But we'll catch you in episode 4. Thanks everyone for coming out, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.